congregation, every single one of her citizens. And I would have been mysterious ways, and I would be a fool.
If you got the green, I got it all.
50, 65. This is the last time I'm doing this. Swear on my mother.
What, you think I'm blind, boy? Boy! Hi.
That blood? Fuck it. 50, 65, 75.
Oh, you're so fucking dumb. Move your ass! Stay behind me, boy! Yeah! Stay by! Lucky bastard! Got a shallow grave waiting for you. Boy, it's done! Ain't so tough now, are you? Fuck, I'm out! Grab a cover!
What do we have here?
Well, here and now. Sucker done rabbited. I gotta search all night. That boy's mine. There you are. I found him. Come on.
You heard from Mama?
Mama's dead. I already done told you that.
She ain't.
Just shut the hell up about Mama, alright? Everything is the same damn thing with you. She dead and buried, ain't coming back.
Y'all get over here. I see him. Curb stomp him. I think I'm having a stroke. Can't move! Jerk, mother!
Sorry,
Please!
I got a
How am I
ball.
supposed to get the world to take it? Please!
A call just came in on a car being stolen in the hollow. If there's a unit in the area, maybe stop over and what's going on?
Is this young man carrying a weapon?
You heard from Mama? No more after
Mama's
this.
dead.
Please.
Huh? I'll find you and cut her.
After me, boy.
And a righteous fire came out of heaven. Time to fucking die.
All units, search is called off. Repeat, abandoned search. Return to patrol.
We getting fucked raw. Get over.
I've been listening in on old Charlie, and he isn't such a bad fellow. He's more of a kinder, gentler redneck. And as luck would have it, his wife is expecting.
Man in that situation usually doesn't care who he works for, long as he's still above ground.
Poor Sap starts blubbering when the two of them talk about names. Right now, it's between Bocephus and Thomas Lee. Anyway, his guys have the church locked down, and all of them are more of the shoot first, let God sort them out variety of redneck. You get your hands on Charlie, though. He'll do what he's told without putting up much of a fuss. All your intel's been updated.
You going back to the motel?
After I get something to eat, I'll see you when you're done dealing with these inbred assholes.
I told Richie not to put Charlie in charge of the heroin, but he insisted.
Huh?
Y'all get over here, I see him! Guys like this! Fuck, I'm out! Like my daddy before me, I fight for what? Can't keep losing guys like this. Fuckers! my ass down!
Work for me, and you might live long enough to raise your family.
Okay, sure thing. Whatever you want.
That's good, Charlie. Real good. Send your men to the First Baptist Church. Those Dixie heathens have been handled.
I'll have some of my men come right over. And thanks.
Please state your name for the record.
Donovan, John.
Mr. Donovan, you understand that by appearing before this committee, you have explicitly waived your constitutional rights in regards to counsel and self-incrimination.
Sure.
And you further acknowledge that by appearing before this committee, you agree to disclose all information pertaining to the events that occurred in New Bordeaux during the summer and fall of 1968.
I wouldn't be sitting here if I didn't.
You were an operative in the Central Intelligence Agency from 1953 to 1969. Is that correct?
That's right.
When did you arrive in Vietnam?
August of 1961.
Please describe for this committee the actions you took during your time in Vietnam.
I spent a couple months in Saigon. Then I was transferred to a base in Laos that was operated by the Special Activities Division. We trained and equipped the Hmong and then turned them loose on the NVA. We're running arms and supplies via the Ho Chi Minh Trail.
And you worked with Lincoln Clay in what eventually became the Phoenix program.
Within a year or so, Lincoln was heading up his own PRU. We'd cross over into Vietnam and locate enemy targets and either kill them or bring them back for interrogation. Just thinking about it? Jesus Christ. You wouldn't believe the shit we did to those cocksuckers.
God ain't forgetting what those motherfuckers did to this place, Mr. Clay. I won't either.
The death of 2 band members and the wounding of 2 others. The group, Brandy Perry and the Bubble Machine, is attempting to reach a coastal village near Saigon before nightfall.
This man's name is Jesse. We were just having ourselves a little conversation about Richie Douce.
Listen, I ain't done nothing, you hear? I don't know anything. I was just taking a walking down the street and she just grabbed me is all.
You a Dixie Mafia?
No. Yes, I mean, shit. I did it for the money, you hear? I ain't got nothing personal against y'all. I don't even carry a gun.
Where's Doucette?
He's out at the abandoned amusement park to the west of here.
Banned Saturdays. What the hell is he doing out there?
From what I heard, it's because you've been tearing things up. Georgie's on a goddamn warpath. He wants Richie dead. So Richie, he grabbed what was left of the heroin and took off. Said he was gonna lay low until he could settle things with Georgie.
How many men he got with him?
Hell, I don't know. All of them.
Hand me that knife.
No, please. No, I ain't done nothing to y'all. Please, I'm begging you. My mama, shit.
Go on, get.
He could want Doucette.
He ain't no threat to nobody. Let him run back home to his mama.
If you wrong, there'll be hell to pay.
I've witnessed and even done in the name of war, I can't imagine any other life. And hold him this day, good damn riddance.
Bad sense about this, man. Richie needs to work this shit out with Georgie.
Well, he ain't got no fucking choice. Cause if he don't, we are fucked.
Welcome to Baron Saturday's Fun Park. We're sure happy to have you with us today. So put your troubles aside and enjoy yourself. You never know what that dirty old Baron's got waiting for you round the corner. Hoo-wee!
Боря, привет. Вадим, привет. То я чуть не увидел, заигрался. Вы, кстати, не хотите в танке поиграть? Как вы на это смотрите?
We got the carnival carousel. Nice place for you boys and girls to stay out of trouble. But if you're one of those adventurous types, you might want to head over and meet the meanest gators this side of the bayou on the crazy gator roller coaster. I hear those boys sure. Welcome to the bull rattler. Ain't much resting in peace going on here. To ensure a safe ride, keep your hands, arms, and legs inside the caskets at all times.
Taking a shot!
Enjoy the ride, y'all!
Now's our chance! Shit, yeah! Like, that's just a massive fun! Shit! I'm hurt! That's our asses! Damn, that hurts! Draw 'em off me! Oh, fuck! Like, that's just a massive fun!
В смысле?
It'd be great if y'all would fucking shoot him! Shit! I'm hurt! Grab and cover!
Позже сможешь. Ну давай хоть позже. Надо еще у Вадима спросить, что он там. Может, он сможет. Было бы неплохо. Блин. Как так-то? Ты охренел, что ли? В смысле? А, ты работаешь. Понял. А когда освободишься? Завтра вечером. Ну, понял. Ну, ты сегодня на сутках, я так понял.
Daddy's wild ride is the wildest ride in the country. Hop on in and go for a spin. And when you're back on solid ground, head on over to Dr. Yaya's Confections for an ice-cold huckabuck. Ooh, that's good. Well, folks, you made it all the way to the paddle wheel. And Lord have mercy upon you. 'Cause there ain't a prettier sight than the view from the top. But don't take my word for it. Welcome, y'all. Oh, you like to hear a story? Well, I just happen to have one. So why don't you sit for a spell and have a listen to my tale about that devil beast known as the Rougarou. It all began in a small Negro village nestled deep in the bayou, far outside our civilized city. It was a place where slaves ran to hide from the world and hoped to call home. But something else called this place home too. Something evil. And it was watching, waiting. Now say what you will about the life of a slave, but those days brought the Negro closer to God. Saved many a soul from the lake of fire, that it did. But soon they started backsliding, returning to the ways of their African ancestors. And an elder named Papa Virgil led them back to that old heathen practice known as voodoo. And good old Papa Virgil, well, he took on a new name, Baron Saturdays. Got evil in the darkness, knew this was his time. Men, women, even children started going missing. The great fear took hold of folks. Just like a good old the village. A fierce man-beast covered in fur, a mouth of razors with claws to match. Many Negro men went hunting the Rougarou, but none of them returned. Desperate to fend off that beast, the city-minded folks scoured the banks of the voodoo dogs. Horrific things made of human bones and hair, and painted in blood.
You need to run this through, boy. You think you can come in here and steal my heroin without nobody noticing?
I'm not here to steal your heroin, Richie. I'm here to make you pay for what you did to Sammy and Ellis Robinson.
I didn't have nothing to do with that!
I watched you stab Ellis in the gut. I couldn't do nothing about it then, but I sure as hell can now.
God damn it! None of that was my idea, you hear? It was all Georgie, him and his old man. They wanted y'all gone, not me. What was I supposed to do? Say no?
Either that or make sure that I was dead.
Oh, no. No, please. Please, listen. Just decent thing would be to let a man get in a prayer before you kill him.
You can pray on the way up.
When I saw Richie Doucette hanging from that Ferris wheel, I felt a profound sense of disbelief. Nothing like this had ever happened before. You mobsters killed each other all the time, but it was generally a small, contained event. Some greaseball is eating spaghetti and meatballs at his favorite restaurant and gets popped in the head. But this was different. Even then, even before I knew who killed him, I knew that Richie had been put on display. Lincoln was trained in psychological warfare by the CIA. He wanted to terrify the mob, wanted them to know he was going to kill every last one of them, and that none of them would be able to stop him.
Mr. Duvall.
Oh, that I am. Remy Duvall, that is. Welcome to the Native Son, dear listener. In this segment, I am joined by the lovely Miss Olivia Marcano.
Hey, everyone.
Dear listener, some of you know Miss Marcano.
Doucette's dead. The hollow's yours.
They say you strung him up on the old Ferris wheel.
He killed Ellis. Shit all over the people in this neighborhood. Doucette got what he deserved.
The righteous will rejoice when he sees the vengeance. He will bathe his feet in the blood of the wicked. That goes both ways, you know.
Thought you said all that was behind us.
My men are struggling with the notion that we now have to answer to the same man who killed Baca, who wiped out half our number.
If I was them, I'd get over it. We don't have time to go around coddling people.
Of course not. But gestures carry weight. And if you were to help my man Emmanuel, that's a gesture that would go a long way in calming nerves.
What's he need?
He oversees my reefer operation over at the boathouse. Help him, and I'll see to it you get a portion of the profits.
Just so we're clear, I'm expecting a cut of everything, not just what comes from selling weed. It's gonna cost a lot of money to take down Marcano.
Don't worry. I'll make sure you get your money.
Breaking news in New Bordeaux. There are reports of a violent shootout at the abandoned Baron Saturday's Fun Park. The authorities haven't released an official tally, but sources are reporting multiple casualties.
Calls that came in on a car being stolen in Alko. There's a unit in the area. Maybe stop over and
Police
see
have
what's
refused to
going on.
comment on the veracity of that report. The Fun Park has been closed for a number of years and was once a subject of controversy for what colored civil rights groups described as racially inflammatory imagery.
All right, get out.
All units, search is called off. Repeat, abandoned search. Return to patrol.
Come on.
Problems?
This goddamn thing keeps jamming up. If you're ready to see the other briefings, we can get started.
Show me what else you managed to dig up.
You got it. 2 of the city's finest scumbags. Haven't the people down here heard about a little invention called air conditioning? Christ. The man himself, Mr. Vito Scaletta.
You gotta be shitting me.
Last couple months have been pretty tough on old Vito. Sal's always hated him. Thought he was a mole for the commission, but he couldn't do anything about it because Vito's made. After the heist, Sal refused to pay Vito his cut, and then he put the clamps on him. He's been trying to limit Vito's ability to pay what's owed.
And if Scaletta can't kick up, the commissioner give Marcano permission to whack him.
The only reason that Vito is still above ground is because he has a couple off-the-record businesses. He's been using that money to pay Sal.
Gotta give Scaletta credit. Pretty goddamn tenacious.
He's lasted a lot longer than I thought he would, but the clock is ticking. A couple weeks ago, Sal sent in his nephew, a kid named Michael Greco, to help Vito run River Row. Greco's been using his guys to limit what Vito can do, where he can go. Once he has Vito completely boxed in, he'll make his move.
Scaletta has to know what Greco has planned. I'll pay him a visit. See if I can't leverage this thing with Greco to bring Scaletta around to my way of thinking.
I'm sure he'll appreciate your concern.
Coming at you from deep inside the house. And tonight, we're gonna talk about the things happening right here in New Bordeaux. Things I don't think anyone could have ever predicted. Except yours truly, of course. Seems there's a gentleman out there, maybe he's even listening right now, who police are referring to as a violent agitator. Hold on, that's not exactly right. Police are actually referring to him as a violent black agitator. Our own Chief Earl Wilson has this to say. The Negroes must be guided with a firm hand, and that hand must not be afraid to be raised if the situation calls for it. So while we get all kinds of opinions on who this person is and conjecture on what their motivations and time to deal with, we avoid the obvious question. Of course, the obvious ain't ever the easiest. Instead of asking what kind of person commits these acts of violence, we gotta take a long look in the mirror.
Shit's going down, boys. The fuck is mine?
Huh?
shouldn't have come here.
Get around him!
We got ourselves a gas. I'm in. He's fucking dropping us. Light it and throw it down.
Shouldn't have come here.
How we miss him? Keep searching, boys. Fine. Let's look someplace else. We got ourselves. He's over here, you bunch of.
Fuck out of me. When we're all around, ain't no one feeling real secure about that place, though. We just keep at it.
I'll try another spot.
That baby Dick Greco wants to off me, huh? Tell him to come down and do it himself.
Looks like I got here just in time, Vito.
Lincoln. How's this possible? I thought you were dead.
Bullet was deflected by my skull. Came out the back.
Talk about some goddamn luck.
Worst place to shoot a fella's in the forehead. Skull's harder than you think. Come on. We need to have a talk.
When I heard about what happened, I went to Marcano, asked for my cut right then and there. Figured if he fucked you and Sammy, I'd be next.
Yeah, I'm guessing he didn't go for it.
Said he wanted to wait for the heat to die down. Didn't want me running around, buying expensive shit, getting noticed. Like I'm some fucking amateur, never sat on a big score before. The money I fronted for the robbery was pretty much everything I put away. Didn't have enough to run, so I stayed. The commission wouldn't let him just kill me, so I figured I'd make that cocksucker jump through every hoop. Make him prove I deserve to get whacked. Wasn't much, but it was something.
Heard he brought in his nephew to push you out.
A kid named Michael Greco. Nephew by marriage, not blood.
Sure didn't number in here.
Yeah. They were looking to see what other rackets I was running. Like I'd leave a fucking paper trail in my office. Nah, don't bother with that shit. Look, appreciate you getting me out of the freezer and all, but, what are you doing here?
Marcano deserves to pay for what he did, so I'm going after him. Him, his brothers, his lieutenants, all of them. And I'm gonna need your help.
Look, pretty much whittled me down to nothing. I mean, this is it.
For now, maybe. Once I take back River Road from Greco, money will start coming in, it'll be a different story.
Well, so we're partners now.
As long as you do what I say and give me what I want when I want it.
So goodbye, Marcano, hello, Lincoln Clay.
It's either that or more of this. And next time, I won't be around to fish your ass out the freezer.
Nobody kills that scumbag but me. You bring me Greco, I'm in.
Tell me about his rackets.
He took over the dock union and he's got a warehouse. He has a lot of valuable shit in there. You take both of them out, Greco's finished. A couple of my guys been keeping tabs on him. You should talk to them. They'll fill you in.
All right.
Hey, Lincoln. I'm, still trying to get this place back in order.
You'll hang for this.
Vito sent me. You're Connie, right?
Yup. Connie DeMarco. Been keeping an eye on the smuggling business for Vito. Roy Thibodeau's in charge now, and it's a damn shit show.
Why hasn't Greco bounced him yet?
Oh, he bounced Roy right into a hole if he got to say so. Greco didn't pick Roy, and that puts a target on his back. Still, Roy's trying to sell the usual shit from out of Cuba. Cigars and rum, mostly. Hell, rumor has it they even selling medicine and shit to the Cubans.
Sounds like Greco's scrambling.
Imagine Greco thought his Uncle Sal'd give him a break, but no. So he's squeezing everyone, including Roy. Business gets any worse, Roy's gonna have to come down and see to it himself. Mind, Roy's got a few guys here and there.
Might take some persuading, but I'll get him to talk.
You get hold of any Roy's guys yet? They're sure to talk if you, ask just right. Shit, I'm out of smokes. Roy's problem? He's got a pretty wife. It's how the dumb son of a bitch wound up buying a house and a car he couldn't afford.
Fishing around here. Let's head to Tick Fall.
If you say so.
Vito says you're reliable.
Vito said you'd be expecting me.
Took you long enough. I'm Jock Blanchard.
Vito claims you can unfug this mess and get us working men back on a job.
Maybe. Depends if the information's any good.
Used to kick up to Vito's men Andy Toretto for union work. But now that Couillon Greco got Andy squeezing everybody for more dues. You don't pay, you don't get a work permit. Poor fuck's even gotta use Greco's loudmouth buddies to collect.
This Greco sounds like a real piece of shit.
You don't know the half of it. On top of that, Andy's gotta keep the permits under lock and key. Anything happens to those, oof, ain't no work happening around here.
I'll see what I can get out of Toretto's people.
Toretto runs a tight ship, but you should be able to get some of his guys talking. I've been working for Vito for a while now. You ask me, Marcano never gave him a fair fucking chance.
All I know is if I catch him cherry picking from the tides again, he'll be wishing he'd been drafted after the exit.
Hey there, New Bordeaux. It's your Uncle Lou. What are you doing this weekend? Bring the family down to the French Ward for good eats and good times. Come on down to Corley's for the family fun deal. With any 2 adult plates, all kids' plates are free. And grown-ups, Friday and Saturday night, take your receipts over to Big Mouse for half off your first drink order. Only in the French Ward.
But when you need too long. Don't go to strangers, darling. Come on to me.
Looking pretty lively for a dead guy.
Oh, yes. Point for Dunn's favorite son, Thomas Burke.
How's he doing since Danny?
9 weeks ago, Burke stumbles into Roman the Butcher Barbiere's deli, drunk off his ass, waving a gun around. He fires off 10 rounds, but the only thing he manages to hit is a fucking ham hock in the goddamn deli case. The butcher's boys slap the shit out of him and toss him in a dumpster.
Barbiere's the one who took over Point Verdun, right? Busted up Burke's leg with a tire iron.
That's why Burke was willing to go along with the robbery. He thought it'd make things square with Sal, and he'd be able to get Point Verdun back.
You always struck me as an asshole.
Yeah, just like every other Irishman. But he hates Marcano as much as you do.
Yeah, all right. Least I can do is give Danny's old man a chance for a little payback. Oh, fucking hell.
He's been spending his time in a dive bar up in Point Verdun. Duffy's, it's called. Shouldn't be too hard to find.
Yo, you better be worth all this trouble.
Don't go to strangers. Come on. Make your mark for your friends to see. But when you need more than company, don't go to strangers, darling. To me.
Burke. Been a while.
Lincoln clear.
Jesus Christ on the cross. Now I've seen everything. I heard you were dead.
Been hearing that a lot.
What the fuck do you want?
Came here to make you a business proposition.
Is that so?
I'm going after Marcano, his brothers, anyone else that's associated with him.
You want my help?
The way I see it, once we deal with Barbieri, you get Point Verdun back. After that, we can discuss what happens to the rest of the city.
No, fuck off. Got involved with your chalky bastards once already. Look where it got me.
From where I'm standing, I'm not seeing much of a difference between then and now.
You listen, that you listen, God, you fuck. Danny was so burned up, the coroner wouldn't let me get a last look. If anyone's killing that fucking Marcano, it's me.
Unless Marcano's hanging around one of these dive bars, I don't think he has too much to worry about.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. There's no more stones in the likes of you there are fucking off. A fucking ingrate. Coming to your question, me. You and your kind, you caught and run at the first sign of trouble. You always have, you always will. Fucking keys.
Hands on the dashboard, motherfucker.
What the Christ you think you're doing?
You were bragging about your stones, so I figured we'd take a little ride. See who cracks first, the Chalky or the Mick. You ain't proving nothing.
You're getting me all chopped up now, Chalky.
Give me the word when you've had enough.
My mother's got more leather than her stick than the likes of you.
Meet Alice.
Hello.
Alice is a very smart homemaker.
I am?
Yes, because she's shopping for slip covers and upholstery. She's using Holton's simple...
Don't you fucking move.
Trailer. What the Christ you think you're doing?
You were bragging about your stones, so I figured we'd take a little ride. See who cracks first, the Chalky or the Mick.
Ain't got no cigarettes. I'll get 2 hours of pushing broom buys.
Here you go, Chalky. Try the piss flaps of this, Molly.
Man of means by no means. King of the
Come on, old man. It ain't the whiskey turning you green.
boxcar, midnight train. Destination Bangor, Maine.
ain't proving nothing.
I don't pay no union dues. I smoke old stogies.
Picked the wrong man to call out.
Short, but not too big around. I'm a man of means by no means.
Picked the wrong man to call out.
Got a Marine engineer on every train. All the children and all
You ain't proving nothing.
All right. You proved your point, you mongrel sap. Pull over here. Now, get the fuck out of my raid. Give me time to sober up, then come see me. I think we can work something out.
Time for y'all to hear what the hollers got to say. This is the holler speak. And tonight we talking about this phrase I keep hearing people throwing right.
Back so soon then?
Tell me about Barbieri.
Barbieri? He's a right fucking cunt. I can tell you that much.
You know what I'm asking, Burke. Give me something I can use.
Barbieri's running Splow out of the Sweetwater Distillery.
Splow?
Panther's piss. White mule. Alley gin. Poachine. Moonshine. You ignorant fuck. Christ, what kind of booze you people drink over there in Darkyville?
Kinda's not called painter's piss.
Boy, you ain't lived. Set the whole thing up myself. And that gunny fuck comes in, takes it from me. Smashes me knee off. What the hell? Barbieri's gonna suffer. You hear? Dayz. Slow.
What else has he got besides the distillery?
Runs that old Robert O. slaughterhouse. He's doing more in there